Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joseph Ainembabazi, founder and managing director, Hope Foundation Uganda. Hope Foundation Uganda is a non-profit organization which is working with communities through child education, livelihood enhancement, sanitation, um, waste management, to try to transform communities from poverty and to connect to and protect their native wildlife. Hope Foundation Uganda is working with communities around Bwindi Impenetrable National Park in districts of Kanungu, Kisoro, and Kabare, with expectations to expand and enlarge our scope where resources are available. Currently, Hope Foundation Uganda is focused at saving our native wildlife here in Bwindi, where Bwindi Impenetrable National Park is one of the areas that hosts the biggest number of gorillas all over the world. Here, when we talk about the gorillas, we mean mountain gorillas, where Bwindi Impenetrable National Park hosts at least a half of mountain gorillas all over the world. Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, not only that, it hosts very many species of birds and also very many species of plants, which are likely to be destructed or to be destroyed by man when not protected. So with our focus on our communities, previously years ago, you realize that the native communities were using the park, were getting into the park for hunting, looking for food, looking for trees, for shelter, looking for livelihood from the park. But as time goes on, through the development of authorities, people have been pushed out of the park and cannot access the park or use the park and its resources. So, meaning that most people who are using the park, basically the natives whom we are working with, are not still accessing the support that they could be expecting. One of the things is that they lost land. They cannot have enough land for farming, because even those ones who do farming, like in the native areas, in the nearby communities, you find that these animals still come out and destroy their crops. But with the generations and with support that has been put on ground, you'll find that yes, these animals come out, they destroy the crops. And what happens is that, so people could be in hustle to say that they can fight against the animals. But when these people find the relationship, they find the reason to why they should protect the animals. There is no reason to why they could move out now and again to fight these animals. So as Hope Foundation Uganda, we are trying to bridge that gap. We are trying to do our best to see how best can we empower the more these communities through livelihood enhancement. We are glad enough to say that we have been able to work with more than 100 families, households so far, where you find at least each household having 3 people plus, meaning that we have been able to reach to a total number of people. When you get 100 times 3, which is about 300 people, these people have been empowered in livelihood, basically in agriculture. So when we continue doing this, you'll find that the time goes on, we reach out to more people, and the process helps us to empower the communities as much as we look forward to it. So through this kind of support, we have also been able to run our sponsorship scheme, and we have seen most kids going to school through Hope Foundation Uganda education project, child education project, through the sponsorship scheme. Great thanks to all of our sponsors who have been there for us, who have been there for these kids, supporting them not only in school or even also during the holidays, like during the Christmas holidays. Great thanks to all of those ones who sent in Christmas gifts. We were able to distribute the Christmas gifts, and we are very sure these kids, mostly the needy kids, the vulnerable kids, the orphans, they have been able to access. They have also been able to celebrate the day like the others. So This one gives hope for the future. This one gives hope for the current generation that there is always something that can be done amidst all kind of the circumstances that someone might be getting through. So we look forward also increasing it. Our future plan for this child education program, it is to make sure, it is to find our way through that we can be able to have our own children's center, which will be able to provide education, which will be able to provide a homestead, which will be able to provide food, which will be able to help groom the skills of the kids when they are still young through games, through co-curricular activities. So we are hoping for this maybe in the future when we can be able to find the funds that we need to be able to start up this children's center where all of these kind of activities can be done. Currently, we are looking forward at raising funds to help us also start up Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center. The Resource Center is one of the most things that we really actually need. This resource center, it is a multi-purpose project where we shall be able to where we shall be able to run a range of activities, not only having our offices, not only having providing space for researchers, providing space for volunteers who will be coming in to volunteer with us, support our communities, also run our some of the activities like entertainment. You understand that when we are out there doing the training, sometimes some of the things which are theoretically delivered, you'll find out that most people don't even actually take time to listen, to understand, because it is very hard to educate someone who is hungry, someone who is poor, someone who is afraid of what they're going to eat for lunch, someone who is afraid for what they're going to eat for supper. But with hope that when we have started up this foundation, when this project is established, Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center, we expect to run the entertainment program where we shall be able to do the sensitization through entertainment, where we shall be able to do the training, where we shall be able to host various kinds of trainings at the foundation, at the resource center. These communities, these people, different groups will come in and they will be trained. We shall also be having an empowerment hub where it will be like a skilling hub where these people will have to come in and do the practical part of it. So you realize everyone can go to school, everyone can go to learn, they get this kind of theory, but very few have the advantage to see how best they can be able to circumnavigate around that kind of theory that they have, and they produce something that is very sensitive to their future. So we also, like I said, we'll look forward to having the Empowerment Hub, which is the skilling hub, where we shall be able to do agriculture, where we shall be able to do the sewing project, where we shall be doing fashion and design, handcraft making. So we bring all these youth, we bring the single mothers, we bring the women out there, we bring the men, we bring them together, and we will look forward to doing this one all both in individual, family level, and group level. Meaning that when we are doing this kind of training, our belief is that we shall be able to create a ripple effect. So when we create this kind of a ripple effect, it will help us. When you train someone, also goes out there, trains another person. So now, through the ripple effect, we believe that thousands of people can be reached out to, and which will help us to accelerate our efforts, and we can be able to achieve our goals and objectives within a given period of time. We look forward to having our teams, our different field teams, which will be going out in the field. We shall not end at the skills hub, where these people, the farmers, the communities, the native communities, can acquire the skills. So we also look forward to going out there when we have enough funds to help us to go out there, empower these people. Let me say someone has been interested in mushroom growing. Mushroom is one of the very lucrative crops that can be grown here in Uganda, also even across Africa, even in Europe, I'm sure. I don't know, in America, I don't know how things move, but basically talking on our basis here, mushroom production can be something very vital in in fighting against poverty and hunger. Since mushrooms can be grown indoor, so you find that we have two seasons, which is the rainy and the sunny season. So through these seasons, you find that if we are having enough possibilities where we can be able to draw our focus and say, yes, we have the fund, we can be able to do mushroom production. So when we go to Family X and we start up the mushroom project, this project is not all about ending with this person. When we do it on a household level, which means all the members in that community, they can be able to come and attribute from that. So mushroom production, usually it takes a lot of it costs a lot it costs not much in the beginning. You find that at least when someone is having about $200, can be able to start up a mushroom project on a small scale. So from $200, it is guaranteed market. Ideally, it is guaranteed market. And through Hope Foundation Uganda, through our marketing system, we look forward to say that we can be able also to create this centered market for all our farmers, for all the people, not only for farmers, for all the members of the program. So when we empower a person, let me say with $200, our expectation is that we multiply by 3. So within 3 months, we expect someone to be earning about $600. So when someone invests $1, meaning that at the end of the day, we expect that person to earn $3. So you look at this project, it is something that we need to start. We need to have it. We have had the blueprints of it. We have had the initial plan. We have had the beginnings of this project, and we have tried to do surveys. We have empowered some people, not only in mushroom production, but also in other horticulture crops, where these people people can actually earn a lot. So if we can achieve this, it is a dream come true. It is a critical step for us, because we believe that when we start up something and you cannot have yourself looking at the sustainability of a certain project that you've started, so what happens later? What happens next? So for us, it is to leave the community. If we touch somebody's hand, if we say that we are going to support this person, our focus is that, our focus is that we can be able to have a genuine support, where one, after earning money, you can bring in other people. We train you, you go out and train the others. So when you train the others, they also cope up with the training that you've given them. So through the empowerment, when we have the funds, when the funds are available, we look at the regenerative scheme. See, this regenerative scheme, it is where we'll be giving out money. Money comes through Hope Foundation Uganda. We shall be having something like a loan scheme, where this money comes out, goes to someone. Let me say that you're in sewing. Let me say that someone is in handcraft. Let me say someone is in agriculture. Let me say someone is in whatever skill that a person is interested in. So after grooming that person, after skilling that person, we let you go. But we letting you go, we are not setting you to the world where you have nowhere to begin from. So we fight hard to say that we can get you somewhere to begin from. So that's where the regenerative scheme comes from, where the loan scheme comes from. And it is all about the regeneration of money, where we give out the funds. And these funds, when you use them, at the end of the day, we give we have a structure where we give a given period of time, that when you achieve this within this given period of time, we are sure you can be able to do what? To run on your own. So you can pay back our money without interest. When we say there are interest, maybe we can put 1% or 0.5% based on the money or the funds available, that we can be able to support or reach out to other more people. So, but our key focus could be that in the beginning, perhaps there will be no interest. In case money is available, there will be no interest, and we see how it runs. When people cope up with it, to expand and grow more, that's where we look out to that we shall be able to put in some kind of interest. So this is the project that we are looking up to. Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center, it is the project that we really need, that will help us achieve a lot. For our friends who would wish to be volunteers, come and work with the communities, come and have experience with the communities, researchers who are coming in to do gorilla research, who are coming in to do community research. We can easily facilitate your stay here when we have already finished or completed the construction of Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center. It is a project that we leave our fingers crossed. We'll be hopefully that it can be done, because with the support, with your presence, with your encouragement, with your funds, everything can be possible. So when we have it, it is something that will give us the future dream of our project, the future dream of this program, the future dream of this organization, that everything we want to do, everything we are doing can be easily centered to that, and we can finally find what we have been hoping for. So other projects can always come in around that, it being the core. We are lucky, in Burundi there is a lot of tourism that goes around, but you find out in a nutshell, you find out in a short run, in a long run, that native communities hardly benefit from it. So what I'm trying to say is that these tourists don't go out to give money to the community, because in the end, you'll find that it is not something sustainable, it is not something vital, it is not something that can grow someone. You realize that when money comes in, not everyone can be able to acknowledge or budget or plan for the money that has been given to them. But when there is a recognized structure, when there is a recognized organization, when there is a process, that there is always someone at the back of them to give this kind of push, to give this kind of encouragement. So you'll find when these tourists come in and they visit Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center, they go out and they watch what we are doing with the communities. They look at some of the projects, they look at the women, they look at the children in school, they look at some of the households that we have worked with, they look at the stories, both practical and theoretical. You realize that it will give them an insight, and someone can be eager to say that, whoa, this is quite nice or interesting work that they're doing. And so it can be easy for them, if their finances can allow, to say that, well, based on what we have seen, we can be able maybe to support with this amount of money, maybe to give back to the community, maybe to see how best can we strengthen your project, how best can we strengthen the relationship that you're trying to create between man and nature. So this is what we are really looking up to. This is our core project come 2025. Whoever is in for it, whoever is in to support us, we need your support very much, more than before. We need to construct Hope Foundation Uganda Resource Center. It is a core project for our principality. It is our core project for the fulfillment of our goals and objectives. It is a core project for our sustainability and the sustainability of our projects, and for the impact that we're all dreaming to have in the community. We thank you very much. We wish you a very wonderful, happy new year, 2025. And for those ones who have been with us previously, may God bless you. We have nothing to offer to you, but we're really very thankful for all that you've been doing, for all standing there for us. I can't mention your names, but if I'm to say Havil, Kara, Nicola, you're very wonderful people. You're very great people. We really appreciate your work. We really appreciate your commitment towards our projects. I will really thank you very much. I've taken some good time. Okay, but we wish you a happy new year. Come 2025, let us do it even better than before. More and more to come. Thank you very much. May God bless you. I remain Josephine Mbabazi, founder and managing director, Hope Foundation Uganda. See you in 2025. Bye.